You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another episode of Takeshi Tuesdays. Once again, we're going to be talking about the movies that Takeshi has directed, and today we'll be talking about the 2007 film, Glory to the FilmMaker. Glory to the FilmMaker was released on June 2nd, 2007, and runs for approximately 108 minutes, roughly translating again to an hour and 48 minutes, similarly to the previous film, Takeshi's. Glory to the FilmMaker was the second film in Takeshi's surrealist autobiographical trilogy, and is definitely a surrealist movie. It's really fucking weird. The movie itself focuses on Takeshi making several different movies, at least for the first little portion of it. It shows little glimpses of these made-up movies of him making, and kind of shows his career as an actor, as a director. However, once they get to one of the movies, that becomes the actual plot to the rest of the film, that specific movie. Glory to the FilmMaker is a hard movie to follow because it kind of jumps all over the place. Once it gets into the plot of the main movie, it is a little bit easier to follow. But that said, it is something a little bit odd. It's that one, if you've ever seen that really weird scene with the guy in the devil mask dancing around with the big fake red penis, that's where this is the movie that is from. One thing that's of note of this movie is there was actually an award named after this film called the Glory to the FilmMaker Award, which is cool and all, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this is Takeshi's worst film. I don't particularly care for Glory to the FilmMaker. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it is by far the worst movie Takeshi has ever made. I feel like a lot of it, he just tries to be weird for the sake of being weird, and it just doesn't work. The plot is just kind of too muddled, and none of the characters are particularly, likable in it. Also, the editing is really bizarre. Some of the special effects aren't that great, and overall, it's just a strange movie. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. I don't hate it, but it's not something that I'm going to watch on a regular basis, nor will I be watching it again anytime soon, like I have been with his other films. Because all of his other movies I've been rewatching as well, and I've seen a good chunk of them twice. This one I've only seen once, and I plan to keep it that way for some time. He's also able to turn into a doll, like a wooden doll in this movie, and I'm not sure why he has that ability. But overall, Glory to the FilmMaker is just kind of a mess. Supposedly, he made it to be kind of a return to his comedy career, but from what I've seen of his stand-up, this is nowhere near as funny as that. His stand-up's actually really enjoyable, and eventually I will do an episode talking about his stand-up, because his stand-up is phenomenal. But this movie was hard to watch at times, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But overall, I still own it, and I've still seen it, because it is one of Takeshi's movies that he directed, wrote, and starred in. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Glory to the FilmMaker. Check it out if you want, but if you don't watch it, in all honesty, you're not missing much. But anyway, this has been Fugitive Red Eye. Have a great rest of the day.